Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of my Better Than Buildcraft Let's Play. So in this episode, we are going to crank all our hemp, into hemp fibre. And I just need to grab some water before it gets dark. Yeah, crank all our fibre, find some wolves, get some dung, build a windmill, set up the saw blade, build some hoppers, go to the nether, hopefully get a lot done in a very short montagey time. So what I'm doing now is just gathering the materials required for what I want to make. Cool. That should be plenty of everything. So I'm going to want some gears, obviously. I'm not going to make crazy amounts of gears because once I've got my saw blade I can make them very efficiently. With this mod I can convert them into Buildcraft gears, although there is no need to do that in this mod, but it's if you're using mods which work with Buildcraft and need their gears. So I'm going to want 4 millstones and 4 hand cranks. Ooh, not a lot of sticks. And I'm going to use a stewing pot to collect my hemp fibre, which I think, yep. So yeah, you can still pick up water with buckets, but it's night time. As you saw when I picked it up, the source block didn't disappear, and I'll quickly show you what it actually does when you right click it on the ground. It just kind of places a very thin layer of water, and that is enough if you right click on lava to turn that lava into obsidian. But if you do it on the ground, that was it. It's there for a second and it's gone. So yeah, I can't move water. But what I can do here is build the area that is going to hold my hand cranks. Hold my mill, sorry. Alright, that water's not flowing a lot, is it? So it looks like we're going to have to lower this all down about here. So now it'll act like the source block. This is the joy of working without buckets. Oh, my bad, lost a bit of iron. So all that water is flowing nicely down to here. Alright, it's just going to keep on flowing. That'll do though. So the stewing pot, so anything that falls into this water should flow down and be caught in my stewing pot. But what we're going to want to do is place our 4 millstones in the water. And then there won't be any dead zones. Alright, there we go. So now that's all flowing around hunky-dory, and apparently it's possible to place hand cranks on top of millstones, but I'm guessing I'm going to have to do it by placing it against a block, like, not like that obviously, like that, and then that'll start cranking. I'm guessing this might actually affect water flow, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, the water current is dropping. Hopefully we'll be okay. So this is obviously a very quick and temporary setup. This water is very irritating. Ooh. So that has gone a bit skewy, I thought it might. Let's grab the string pot back. Nope, calm down water, the string pot's there. So, this ugly thing that I have created is my temporary grinding area. So, I can right click on the millstones, fill them full of hemp, stand here and spin around like a nutter, grinding all this hemp. So that'll be the quickest way that I can do it by hand, so I shouldn't go too insane, but I'm most definitely going to starve to death doing so. So I shall go fatten myself up on some lovely beef, go feed my cattle, and then come back to grinding my hemp. So I'll be back when I'm ready to get going. Okay then, I'm ready to begin my mass hand cranking operation. I've got about a stack of 30 to put into each grinder, and as you know it takes 4 clicks to grind it, so I can just go around mass I get quite dizzy doing this, mass grinding my hemp and starving myself to death extremely quickly. So yeah, I'll come back once I've finished. Just a quick tip when you're doing your mass hand cranking, it's always good to let yourself get hungry to the amount which your food replenishes, because for a few, about 10 seconds after you eat, you're actually immune to getting hungry. So as you can see, I'm doing all this cranking but not requiring a food penalty. So it's much better, much more efficient for me to keep cranking until I'm 4 food hungry, and then eat my piece of beef which recovers that 4 food. So you see now I'm actually taking half hunger for each click. So yeah, it's much better for me to eat now and then enjoy the 15-second food hunger immunity than it would be to wait until I was starving and then eat 2 pieces and then only have the same 15-second hunger immunity. So when you're doing your first little bit of hand cranking, I recommend that you eat food as soon as you can, and then you'll maximise hunger immunity, whatever. Yeah, that was it, thanks. I'll be back when I'm done. Alright then, I've hand cranked all the hemp into hemp fibre now. Took a lot of food, I even had to take up fishing, I got so desperate. But, as you can see, I've got quite a lot of hemp fibre. So now, we need to create a windmill. So, a windmill takes 24 bits of hemp fabric to make. So that's what I'm creating now. Alright, so yeah, that made 24 bits of fabric. So I've got lots of hemp fibre left over for rope, which is great. So now, yeah, I need my 4 windmills blades, like that, and then I can pop these together and have a windmill. Great. So I've got a windmill, and now I'm going to need a lot of gearboxes and a lot of gears. So let's make some gears, and if I remember correctly, okay, I haven't actually got a lot of wood. I'll quickly put the windmill up and then come back to so there we go, got some rope. Quickly build the windmill and come back to, I'll run off into the jungle and get lots of alright, do I only need a little bit of rope and lots of wood, is it? Yeah, so I've got some axles, and I'll make a couple of gearboxes, just enough so I can place the windmill. and then I'll have to go chop down a couple of jungle trees, and then make a shit ton of axles and gearboxes, so that I can provide mechanical power for the entire factory, which is going to take a lot, but it's okay. So we've got what we need. Let's go make our factory look pretty, and then I will go chop down a lot of trees and then wire out the entire factory with axles and gearboxes. I'll show that as I do it, and then we can look for wolves, and I can quite easily change my that little 4 milling hand cranking center. I can put 4 wolves in there and build a roof over them so they're nice and dark, and then that'll be my dung production facility. So windmill is going to be there, and I'm going to have it flush, and I want gearbox to be here. So gearbox faces you, but if it's not facing you, you can just right click on it and it'll change its orientation. I'm going to have to put some ugly scaffolding up, but hey, that's how the world works. 100% sure how I'm gonna. Ow. Skills! So yeah. Bugger. So, from here I should hopefully be able to. I'm holding down shift. No, not just. I have to drop down a level. And I should be able to 1, 2. Can't place a windmill while that block's there. And ta-da! We have a windmill. I'm not going to die, so we'll take the quick way down. So now all I've got to do is put the power coming all the way down my windmill. Ow. I've got to think about this, because I didn't actually think about the height. I have planned it so that I want a gearbox. If I have a gearbox here, it will then be in the centre of the room and then perfect in the centre floor, I think. I think that's how it works. But yeah, I've got a windmill. So I'm now going to go chop down lots of trees and build lots of gearboxes and axles and wire up the factory with mechanical power, and then I'll come back and show you how I've done it. So, see you in a sec. Alright, the factory's all wired up now, and as you can see I've dyed my windmill to make it look a bit nicer. One thing to note with dyes, when you right click on the windmill, it doesn't dye the piece you're clicking, it just does it sequentially as you click. So I had to click with some lapis lazuli, then right click with a piece of bone meal to have a white one, and then I could click again to have blue, so that it alternates. That's just so you know that. So yeah, I've got the power coming down into all the floors. I currently don't have a means of turning the first gearbox on and off because I shouldn't ever get any rain or storms here, so I don't have to worry about it breaking due to weather, which is why I'm in a desert. So as you can see, it comes down, so this is in the centre of the room if I wish to have high up power. At the moment I'm just using it for light, and then it goes down here into the gap in the floor, and then these spread out underneath the floor. You can kind of see the smoke from the mechanical power coming through, so you know there's a gearbox there and there, there and there, ready to be used. I could put some glass in here, I guess, so you can see through the floors maybe. And then this is the ground floor now. So I did have gearboxes going out in all directions, but I took them back because I don't need them yet, and I got a bit low on axles and gearboxes. But yeah, the power comes under the floor and is powering these millstones from underneath. Show you that. So yeah, that's the 4 millstones receiving power. And now this switch here is located on top of a gearbox, so I can use that to turn the millstones on and off. So yeah, I can't move water yet, obviously, but the plan is I will have a spout block there with water coming in from above, and that will flow all my materials into a stewing pot or hopper for easy collection. But I can't build waterproof pipes and pumps yet, but that will be the plan for the future. But this does allow me now to grind up my hemp without starving to death, and I'm soon to go to the nether and build a cauldron, a stewing pot, sorry, so I can heat it and turn my wheat into flour and use that flour to cook donuts for a nice easy supply of food. But now, there we have it. So it's my very basic mill setup, obviously, because there's no collection system. The goods just spew out the sides, but it's going to save me a lot of hassle having to constantly try and fish and kill my cows. But yeah, this video is a bit longer than I anticipated, so quickly now at the end I will have time to hopefully find some wolves and build my dung production area, and that'll have to be it for this video. In the next video I'll try and get down the nether and make a bellows, well yeah, make a sawmill and bellows and heated stewing pot and a stoked fire, so that I can get to being able to build a pump, because although once I've built a saw I'm at the stage in which I can build transport pipes, the thing I want to transport is water, and I need to be able to make lots of glue to be able to transport water, so I want my stoked fire under my stewing pot. But yeah, when I return I shall be hopefully just about to construct my wolf dung production area. Well, that took a lot longer than I'd hoped. It's probably been 3 or 4 Minecraft days of me searching for wolves, and as always, hello zombie, I don't just find one, I find 5. And that was in 2 separate packs. I come across 3 and then found another 2. So yeah, buses I guess. Wait for ages and they'll come at once. But so yeah, now I'm just going to position them. I guess I'll keep 1 spare because I only need 4 at the moment. I've just got to position them on their beds. Don't ask me why. I can't remember where I read it, but I've definitely read something somewhere about putting your wolves on top of glass. I don't know why. I don't know if I've even got any glass. I might not bother, because I can't think of the reasoning behind it. There we go, I've got some, so I'll do it. But yeah, I'll quickly construct my dung factory, and then we'll be good to go. So I'll kind of do it like that, I guess. Well, there's my incredibly ugly but hopefully fully functional wolf farm. So I've got a block in between all 4 wolves, so I can throw down 4 bits of food and they should all eat it. Might have thrown a bit too much then, or it might be a bit far back from those 2. What I want to put in is have a half, when I can make sidings, have that in, so then this hole's, I won't ever accidentally fall down it. But anyway, now I can just go down here, and then eventually, there's already a bit of dung in there. Eventually I will get a good supply of dung, which will allow me to tan my leather, which means I can move on to making a saw blade. Come on, wolf. There's a good boy. You can sit there, because I don't need you yet. Good boy. So yeah, I'm gonna say that's it for this episode. So next episode I shall scour some leather using my mill, tan some leather. From that I'll be able to produce my saw blade, and then I can make things like hoppers, and you need mouldings I think to produce the transport pipes. So I could build some bellows and build an engine and give a demonstration on how the engines work, although I won't be able to do anything that useful with them yet, as I cannot waterproof them, so I can't pump water yet. But we should be able to set up some sort of automated furnace where I have chests that I just pop my ore in, and then they automatically get fed into a furnace and coal gets fed in, and then I can come along and harvest it afterwards. So yeah, that's the plan I think. Basic redstone mechanical engine tutorial, sorry, next episode. So thanks for watching this episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye.